Some people might think it's lame to have maces in a fantasy game, like it's played out. Those people probably also think it's lame to actually own a mace and keep it in your house. There are a few things I want to say to those people. You're probably a bad person. Love it or leave it. These colors don't run. Okay, so update 31 is about lore. It's not actually true. It's about story development. So story development is something that we put a lot of time and effort into at Obsidian in pretty much all of our games. And there's the development of the little twists and turns and characters and stuff like that that all happen in production. But the important part for us early on, especially in a game like Project Eternity, is that we get the conflict right. And we ask ourselves a couple of questions over and over and over again. We keep returning to them. One, what is the conflict and why do I care about it? Two, what role do I have in resolving that conflict? Those are really important questions to answer in a role-playing game because you can be, ideally, you can be all sorts of characters. Not just a mage or an elf or a dude that casts magic missile. You can be a complex character with your own personality that you put into that character, that you either decide from the beginning or you build up over the course of the game. And you can interact with all these different characters and factions in different ways. So if we don't come up with a really compelling conflict that appeals to all these different crazy characters that you come up with, then it sucks as an RPG because you don't really feel like you get to play that role, the role of a character that has a personality that you give to that character. So as far as the process goes, we start with, or at least in this case, I started with a basic idea for a story. It wasn't really a very great idea for a story, but it was a start. It was a premise that went to a magical land of conflict and adventure that you get to dive into and swim around in, and then you punch the dolphin of choice out of the ocean. I don't know where I'm going with that, but it wasn't a great story idea. But it was a start, and it has some ideas in it and themes that I thought would be interesting to explore. So then that went out, and then people critiqued it, and they critiqued, you know, the premise. Is this really interesting? Is this conflict going to be compelling to a wider range of characters? Is the story, you know, like too political? Is it not political enough? Is it too personal? Is it too impersonal? You know, there's a big spectrum when you're dealing with a wide variety of character motivations. So we try to make sure that we address all that stuff, and it's tricky because we have to think about a wide range of stuff. So what happens is we send that out, critique it, offer some revisions. People come up with their own ideas, ideas for characters, ideas for locations. Different designers, and nine designers, they contribute different things. Chris Avalone often is very interested in interesting locations that are visually interesting, have a cool story hook to them. When the player sees them, they're like, holy crap, I want to go in there. I want to have an adventure, solve a mystery, stab a guy in the face. There you go. So that's a big thing. I'm really interested in how things work, like at a world level. How does society work? What are these political conflicts? Maybe it's because I have a history craziness. I'm a crazy history guy. So that's something that I'm always interested in. And we come up with all these ideas, and we try to put them together and sort through them. But we keep returning to that idea of what's the conflict? Why do I care about it? And what role do I have? And what means do I have to resolve that conflict? Because that's what we think the heart of our role-playing game is about, or Obsidian role-playing games are about. So we're still working on it. We're making some good progress. And it's been really a lot of fun. As far as other design stuff that hopefully we can talk to you about soon, we are prototyping in pre-production. We're prototyping the Core 4, as I call them. I'm probably the only person that calls them that. The Fighter, the Priest, the Rogue, and the Wizard. So these are really core and fundamental classes. I think they're the things that we have to really make sure that we get right from the beginning to make it feel Infinity Engine-like. So we're going to be prototyping them at a basic level, also the first few levels of their advancement. And it's tricky, but it's nothing too crazy. And I think people have come up with a lot of cool ideas for how to approach them. And hopefully we'll be able to talk about that stuff again, for the first time soon in the near future. So thanks for watching. I know that was really vague, totally intentional. Want to talk a lot at you, not have you take much away from it. Just follow my hand motions in the mace and everything will be great. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Keep the comments coming. Thank you.